What is up, guys? Today happens to be the 4th of July, or at least the airing of this video. And I wanted to bring you a classic for review today. And thank you for joining me. Bugs everywhere. I wanted to bring you a classic today from KABAR. Now, I know there's a lot of mixed feelings with KABAR and all that, which I really don't care about. It's not really my concern. I love KABAR. And I know there's people that really want to love KABAR, and I know we had John on from KABAR on Blade Talk with Scab and Joe not too long ago, probably sometime the end of last year. It was an excellent conversation. Take a look at it in our catalog. In my catalog with the lives, you'll see KABAR live with John. Scab actually had made a pretty interesting comment there, or a conversation piece, and saying, you know, there's people that love KABAR and there's people who want to love KABAR, and there's some people who want to love KABAR, but they can't because there's all these just haters out there that are talking about the stick tangs and this and that, and oh, it's a fighting knife. Oh, it's not really a fighting knife. Oh, the handle could have been done better, or they could have made it full tang, yada, 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 so on and so forth. The fact of the matter is KABAR is as important today on the 4th of July or Independence Day as any American holiday, because it is an American knife company, one of the first American knife companies, still practicing from Olean, New York. And simply put, they make great knives. They really do. I have one knife, Modified Tanto. I've had it for quite a while. I never cut with it because I just wanted to preserve it because it's such a beautiful, beautiful knife. This is the Modified Tanto. The TANG number, or the stock number, is 1266 USA right there. KABAR on the other side, Olean, New York. It's not Olean's, Olean, New York. Look how beautiful the grind is. It's a 20 grind. 20 edge bevel on the grind, flat grind. It's about an 8-inch blade. Cro-Van, 1095 Cro-Van steel. It's got the that handmade material. I forget the Kraton or something like that. It's supposed to weather the elements. Yeah, that is the TANG right there. But I am going to cut with it. This is labeled as a fighting knife / utility knife. Now, a lot of people basically say, oh, it shouldn't be called a fighting knife. Well, they don't really call it a fighting knife. It's a fighting knife / utility knife. That's really much what it is. Can you use it as a fighting knife? I mean, if you know how to basically work with your hands, you know, with the knife, it could be a fighting knife. But yeah, the handle for me is extremely comfortable. I like the versatility of basically being able to hold it in any grip, and feel like it's in your palm exactly the same way. I like the fact that, and my hands are sweating right now because it's hot as balls right now. And, you know, with the sweat, it feels pretty good in the hand. I can't move, you know, my hand in terms of the grip. Nothing is ungripping my, you know, from the sweat or anything like that. So it's got the grooves. That's good for that. Weather the elements, all that stuff. And it's just such a handsome knife. And I just love the pride and true KABAR name. And we're going to cut with it. We're going to throw it. We're going to baton with it. We're going to see how this TANG holds up. I haven't cut with this yet. And why not here on the 4th of July, on this American holiday, American shirt, American hat. I'm all freaking patriotic today. And we got to add the KABAR knife. And now we're perfect. Sheath of this knife was actually made in Taiwan. It's a glass-filled nylon sheath. I know there was a lot of critique on this as far as dulling the knife. I haven't really felt like it dulled the knife or anything like that. I also haven't taken it in and out a million times. So that's what I've heard, and I'll figure I'll pass it on to you, but I haven't really felt like basically the sheath itself was dulling the knife or anything. But it's a pretty good sheath. I wish there wasn't 2 ways of locking it. I wish it was only one, so it's a quick engagement, but you can kind of just keep it at your belt. And if you need to basically pull it out, you need your thumb, pull it out, and you're ready to go. Easy to basically put away with one hand. If you want to lock it up, you have 2 ways of locking it. One from here, lock it in, and then one from here, which I won't do, and it'll lock into place and it will never come out, you know, come off your side. But it's a pretty good sheath. I like how it feels. It's solid in the hand. It's good for its purpose, and it's versatile. You know, you could keep it loose, you could keep it dangling, you could pull it out, you could lock into place, whatever you want to do. I found pretty much no issue with it. All right, so we're going to do initial sharpness test. Now, I haven't done any sharpening to this. This has been basically, maybe I stropped it a couple times, I cut some paper, I stropped it. This is pretty much kind of factory sharpness, because you can see it's kind of really brand new. It hasn't been used, but it's got a good cutting angle. You're not going to see any issues basically cutting with this. As a utility knife, I mean, this is a great utility knife, great fighting knife, self-defense. You need to basically take this with you camping or stuff like that, cut cordage or something like that. It's good to go for that. It's a very, very versatile knife. I mean, I like the look of the knives. But I like the fact also that it works, that it will cut, through leather. It'll cut, has a profile that basically it will cut, it will slice. I don't know how much you can bang this thing, but we'll try that anyway to see if you could process any wood. But as far as initial cutting tests, slicing capabilities, it does a great job. Yeah, it's got a great cutting profile, and it's comfortable. It's comfortable in the hand. That's the thing too. It's very comfortable in the hand. I like the handle. I don't know, a lot of people complain about the handle. I have no problem with the handle whatsoever. I mean, it's a great slicing knife, and I think it's going to handle pretty much being a very good utility knife along with being a fighting knife. So I don't think that KABAR is kind of just saying anything wrong, or they're not supposed to say, because they are calling this a utility knife. They're not really calling it strictly a fighting knife. And I know a lot of people have complained about that, but again, it's not about the complaints. I won't actually mention it anymore. It's about the fact that I love this knife. I haven't used it. I am using it now. I love how it feels. I love how it slices. And I just love the comfort of the knife in the hand. It works really, really well. This is, as you've seen many times, I'm sure, on Scab's channel, this is a steel reinforced sandblast hose industrial material. Let's see how it cuts through it and see if there's any damage that comes off of it. I don't have a stump, so let's see how I can make this work. It's obviously hard to cut, guys. I'm kind of doing it off angle as well. There we go. Yeah, kind of just broke it open. Didn't do such a bad job. The edge is pretty good. You can see it's steel reinforced. The only thing that I see basically with this, when you're doing like these push cuts with this, the guard over here, it's kind of hard to really take that tight grip to do the push cut. So if there was anything I would change on this, is to keep the guard right here and get rid of this. I would trim it down if I can, and then you'll have more of a grip instead of having to basically having a ding on your thumb. So like that cut would have been a lot easier to do if this guard wasn't in the way and I was able to really choke up on it and really get in there. But the slicing capability and the edge profile is excellent. I mean, this went through the sandblast, so it was pretty damn good. It actually just popped it open, so it did pretty good with that. And I don't see any damage on the edge, which I won't see. I don't think I would, from the sandblast. So it's a pretty good knife. It's Cro-Van steel is pretty good. 1095. I don't think anybody has a problem with the actual steel that they use. Their steel is pretty damn good. You could feather stick. You could process wood. If I could find a stable place, I think I'm going to try the baton, but it feels really, really good and solid in the hand, and it's a good slicer. It's a good slicer of wood. Yeah, I really love this knife. I love the look of it, and I just love the fact that I'm able to really use it. I haven't used it, foolishly enough. I haven't used it. I wanted to preserve it. It's a KABAR, but it's not like it's discontinued or anything. You can still buy them. But I just love that smooth look of it, that I never really wanted to kind of tarnish it or anything, but it's stupid because it is a good knife and it does deserve to be used and enjoyed. That's definitely why they make them. I definitely think with some new additions, we got to get John off from KABAR again. And John, if you happen to end up seeing this, open invitation to you, buddy. If you want to come into Blade Talk with Scab and Joe, we would absolutely love to have you, but I'm loving using this KABAR Modified Tanto for the first time. Really fantastic knife. Let's see what else we could throw at it. Again, I'm just kind of makeshifting here, guys, because I'm in the middle of the woods here, so I don't really have a stump to play with. Flipped over, but it's stuck in. Nice. This thing has some really good balance to it. Let's do a 4-foot drop. Nice. Look at that balance. Falls straight down. The balance of this knife is fantastic. The handle, the proportion of the handle and the knife, outrageous. Really good. Falls straight down. Let's cut some more cordage. Let's see what it does. And this is a lot of copper. Oh shit! This is like a triple copper wire, guys. This thing cut through it like freaking butter. Nice. I did not expect it to cut that fast. Ah, not bad. I like it. I'm not an experienced knife thrower, guys, but let me see what I can do with this knife. Set myself back a little bit more. Ooh, there it goes. There it goes. Ooh, dug in too. Tip is still good. I didn't check the tip from before. Let's see if we can get one more in. Oh, perfect. First try, D-Bad, first try. Freaking D-Bad. Donnie, I'm going to give you a run for your money. I'm going to give you a run for your money. You see that cut? You see that slice? You see that in there, guy? Run for your money, D-Bad. Ooh. 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 I got to show this to you. Look at that. That looks nice. Look at that. This knife is a thing of beauty. Went into a tree really good. How do you like that, Donnie? First try, Donnie. First try. Love Donnie B all day. Believe it or not, I already actually cut all of this with this knife, but I didn't have the record button on. What I wanted to say was this is not a hitter. This is definitely not a hitter, but it does a really great job. It already cut a lot for me. I'm actually going to do it again on camera, but this is not meant to be a wood hitter or something like that, but it handled itself really well. Being this knife is only about a pound, not even a pound, the way this thing goes into the wood and cuts in, it just wants a cut. But let me try a new piece over here and show you what we got. Again, this is the second time I'm doing this, so it's got double the work. Just curious about the tang, satisfy my curiosity on the strength of the tang. You know, suppose it's stick tang is not that powerful, needs to be full tang, yada, yada, yada. But you know what? This thing is a hitting beast. It's handling itself well. For the second time. It wants a hit. It wants to hit. I like it. It feels really good, comfortable in the hand. You can set yourself back because you got enough purchase and be able to get some momentum in the swing. Nice. This is the first time, and this is the second time. It's actually even warm. The knife is actually warm. From really going into the wood, it's got a warm feel to it. But the edge looks good. Didn't pop out. Didn't explode. Oh my God, it did not explode. The knife didn't explode. Tang is still good, still solid. Edge is still good. How could you do that with a KABAR? It's not been made for it. Made for it or not, it did it. Sliced, hit, could throw it. The point didn't bend. Legit. This is a legit utility knife, fighting knife from KABAR, the Modified Tanto. And he likes it, and he likes it a lot. Let's do it again just because it's fun. You're making me look bad now, buddy. You're making me look bad. Shit. This is what's actually good, so you can see it's taking abuse. There you go. KABAR is good. Real quick, guys, check out my new make shooting grounds, man. All woods, all woods. A lot of woods, a lot of fallen trees, a lot of bugs, a lot of ticks. But it's all mine. Or at least this little section of it. For my reviews and your viewing pleasure. KABAR knives, guys. Again, I didn't really care. I never cared what the haters say. You only can care about the knife that you have in your hand. And this thing did a great job. I'm out of breath, it's hot, it's the 4th of July, it's July heat, a lot more than normal. Threw this thing against that tree a million times, bounced off, hit the floor. Everything looks good, man. The point didn't bend. Everything is legit, man. This thing was basically slicing. It was hitting 4-foot drops, hard downward throws, slamming against a tree, slamming it back onto the floor because I missed the hits. You know, nice penetration to the tree, great balance. It's a great slicer. It's an all-around good knife. I like it a lot, and I like the handle. Yes, I do. I like the handle, and the stick tang worked just fine. It handled itself pretty well. So, happy 4th of July, everybody. This is the KABAR American-made Modified Tanto. First time use on this channel. I'm glad I did, and I'm glad I did on the 4th of July. Hope you guys have a very safe and happy time with your family. Have a good one, guys. Till the next Sword and Knife video, this is Joe, signing out. Later, guys. Ciao. Be good to each other.